Well, greetings there, Blade fans. OG Blade Reviews here today with yet another new release from the folks that really crank out the designs and of a high quality. Vosteed. Here's a little hint at what might be inside. They love their animal names, and now they've gone on to fruits and vegetables. I don't know. But thank you very much, Vosteed, for sending this Acorn along for review and consideration. It's got a micarta handle. Black micarta also comes in blue micarta with a lighter blade. So we could call this the Stealth Acorn. It is a front flipper and a hole opener. It has a very ergonomic handle which you can hold back here, or you can use the finger choil to choke up. And I would say it's a great EDC knife for those on a budget, coming in at $49 at the moment on Amazon. I had heard from some other reviewers that it might have been as low as $39, but that could have been a special. I'll give you all the links that I can find, including the one from Vosteed themselves. Beautiful, smooth action on bearings. I think there may be no exceptions to that from Vosteed, that they are always using bearings, pretty sure. It is a front flipper as well, and look at that, I can even roll it open with a front flip. And for those that like fidgety knives, you can flick it open with a front flick. I'm not the most adept person at using front flippers, with a few exceptions. So there are some that are made perfectly for me, it would seem. But many of the others, sadly, are not. For me. Look at the ergos on that handle. It almost looks like the contour of an acorn at the bottom. Could be the reason that it's named that. We've got a large swale here, call it a finger groove if you want, that'll accommodate 2 fingers. And you can actually, for a sub 3-inch blade, get all 4 fingers easily on this knife, and even have some left over if you're choking up. Drop point blade with a full deep belly, and we can engage the point right about at 45 degrees, maybe 50 degrees, in case you want to do some point work. Seems to come through with a nice sharp edge. I'll see if we can do some paper slicing before we're done, but you guys who know how to sharpen your knives, you know, me, I strop almost everything that comes out of the box, although I haven't touched this guy here. But Vosteed is known for putting some very nice, decent edges on their knives right out of the box. Got a nice contrasting gold-colored pivot surround here with these divots, these holes in there. A decently sized oval hole, not overly large and not too small. It is from 14C28N, and that seems to be getting to be the pretty much commonplace budget EDC knife steel these days. So that is the Acorn kind of on a quick overview. Very decent straight plunge there. And the way this is set up, I think you'll have a good amount of sharpening life available to you. Got a black coating here, likely for the price point, not DLC, but that's okay. We have nothing here to protect from rust because 14C is very stain resistant. The micarta is decent. You see a little bit of that whitening there on the threads that we do get on some micartas. There are very few micartas where you don't see that. And it's smooth and yet has a little bit of texture natively from the material itself in that grip. I'm going to just shift things forward here. Rearrange my tabletop studio here for something else. So Always interesting getting back to what I regularly use. 7 inches, we're actually just a little shy. It's like 795, call it. 695. 695 with a blade that's like a 291, I think they called it, was their official. We'll call it a 2.9. And then we've got a sharpened edge because of the choil coming in at just over 2.5 inches, like a 2.6 inch sharpened edge. And let's get some other measurements on it. The blade thickness in millimeters, 2.8, not too bad. In inches, that turns out to be a 0.11. And across the widest part of the handle, is that right? 0.47. 0.47. So well under 1/2 inch. And it is a light knife. We'll take a look at the weight relieving in a moment. I see some in there. Weight in ounces is 3.12. That's bouncing around. Hands on the table. 3.12, we'll call that. Just a smidge over 3 ounces. Deep carry clip. That is, I would suspect, yes, transferable to the left side of the knife for you lefties. A sizable lanyard hole that goes straight through with more of that goldish brass sort of color to it. Likely anodized. I'm not entirely sure, but I did say we take a look at the weight relieving. If I can find my flashlight. Okay, let's snap her out and take a look. Yeah, definitely decent weight relieving on the show side, and not much on the liner side, if any. And got a good relief there for you to access the lock. Easily disengaged. And it's locking up at around 20% or so. Very, very solid. You know, I like it when they can make a knife just about drop shut. And for a small knife, that's saying something. And make it solid to lock up. Now, there are some other small, even smaller liner locks. I don't think they're all liner locks, or are they? Yeah, they've got a liner lock here. Here we have the chipmunk. So we've got the Acorn and the chipmunk. Look at the size of this guy. I reviewed this shortly after the holiday season. Look at that. Disappears in the fist. And this one is both an interesting back flipper. Looks like you could front flip it. I'm not even going to attempt it. And we've got a hook sort of back flipper on it, along with the thumb studs, which is what I prefer. Another small one, this is the Nightshade Shinlin cutter style, and this is the mini Nightshade, which is an axis or bar lock. Still calling them axis locks. This one's nice. Smooth G10 on this one with nicely functioning bar lock, and very, very light, but they've got this tuned beautifully. Vosteed does pay attention to its customers and has made in the past changes to knives based on the feedback they get from us users and customers. I think I'm a little out of the frame here. Sorry, let's slide these up. There we go. So there we have the Nightshade Mini bar lock. We've got the Chipmunk and the Acorn. And here again is the little sticker they give you. Cutesy stickers that they include. I like it. I'm not really a huge fan of cutesy stickers, but many of you are, and many of you collect those, and many of you may have some of your own with your avatars on them and so forth. Let's pack these up. Very nice little fifth pocket carry on that one. You could go fifth pocket on that one. It's not all that large. And the Nightshade certainly could qualify. To give you some perspective, why not, right? Why not? Rat 1. Yeah, so, well, I would call this a medium small or small medium knife. This is definitely a large one with 3 3/4 inch blade, I believe. And let's see if I can find you some paper. Oh, here's the only paper I could find. Short notice. Let's see what it'll do. Nice. Well, that's the sharpest Acorn I ever ran across. Yeah, they put a very decent edge on that guy. Really, really nice. I was surprised, frankly. Could sort of feel it, but it's a smooth edge. Not sure of the angle on it, but hey, pretty high flat grind. Works well, very well. Well, let me know what you think of this nice little budget knife, the Acorn. Nice and ergonomic. May or may not be your cup of tea. I'm a large knife guy. They asked me if I wanted to review this, even though it's small. I said, sure. Send it along. Is it a showpiece? Is it a fancy knife? No, not even close. But useful all day and all night. Absolutely. Carry that with you and you are going to see some use of it in your pocket. OG Blades here. Don't forget to give this vid a like and subscribe, and check the links below to find out where you can pick up your copy of the Vosteed Acorn. Be well.